Uh, Sunday dawn, guys. It's 3 minutes till 2 in the morning. Wherever you are currently work viewing right now, guys, welcome to my live video, guys. Um, for this Sunday content or live video that I have, guys, I was thinking of a content that I could uh present to you guys on a Sunday. And when I was doing so, while I was on duty, being the you know me, right? I'm also still a call center agent. Um, Last Fridays, on my shift, I had a friend who would ask. There was a question. Uh, he asked me in the way wherein, bossing, is applying for uh a job like a BPO, is it hard? Uh, what needs to be done? So, coming to think of that question from a friend of mine here in my place, guys, then I came up with this content. I've been doing this content, guys, a couple of in my previous contents, and now I just want to reiterate this because why? Uh, this is a very for me this is a very important content because this is pertaining to jobs, right? When we are looking for jobs, uh when uh when we are fresh graduates, right? We will be looking for jobs after we graduate with our course, right? And sometimes, guys, we've it's sad to say, guys, that the reason why an interviewer doesn't have the confidence to apply for the job and present himself to the interviewer, it's because, guys, let's face it, the reality is sometimes as a student, guys, we take up our course because mommy wants it, daddy wants it. I have a friend there that's taking the course, right? We take up that course, and eventually, guys, when we graduate from that certain course, yes, we take licenses and such for different courses, but eventually, guys, we the 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 confidence won't be uh they're the same as like we took up our course because it's because of uh our abilities and our talents, right? uh and I've read some newspapers, guys. There are some that eventually they took up a certain course, but when they graduated, guys, they went far from their field, particularly into sales, into uh, the restaurant business, and they discovered that these are their abilities, right? Um, that's right. Yeah. His question was, is it hard? Is it hard taking the interview? Uh, Hi, by the way, thank you, Paruin NX and Wangbu. Thank you for the hard react on this video. And while we are growing in viewers, we have already 4 viewers as we speak, right? Five, yep, it's growing. That's nice to hear, right? So I came up with a content on how to pass an interview with an ace, right? The first thing is first, when we apply for a job, If we don't have an experience, we don't have to memorize our experience part, right? Because there won't be any with that we will be presenting. But if you are applying for a job and we do have a lot of experience, we do have seminars, we do have a lot of things that we took up on our previous jobs, right? We would put that in our resume, right? When we put that in our resume, guys, if in an interview that we submitted our resume, we won't be able to present uh, our experiences, data that we put into the resume that we would be presenting to the HR guys. Because why? When we let's face it, guys, when we submit a resume, guys, the HR would take time also on reading our resumes, right? Before he or she would schedule an interview. Then it's very important that we know what we put on our resume. We memorize what's on our resume because um, when we are confident on presenting what's the data's on our resume, we would give the impression to the HR that uh, he's good. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he is presenting. Right? He knows if he hired this person, he knows the job perspective because this is his qualification. This is his previous experience. These are the reason why he didn't he left the company. Right? And when we memorize the resume, guys, that's a plus sign for us, right? When we submit the resume and we are given a chance uh, to be interviewed by the HR guys, the next thing that we have to consider is we should be on time with the interview, or we should be uh, early than the interview schedule. What's the implication towards it, guys, being early? The implication means that um, you value the invitation that was given to you to present your resume. You want that job. You want really, you want to see what the company would present to you. And being early also for an interview, guys, gives us an edge to some of our co-employees. Why? It's because we would know, or we would be there, we could compose ourselves prior to the scheduled interview, and we would know each of our co-employees. We could talk them out. Okay, you can know. Okay, this is one of my co-employees for the certain position. You will then know how to strategize yourself on the interview, right? And when you're there, once you compose yourself, guys, the other thing there, guys, is if we are not confident with what we are doing, guys, we get scared because why? Let's face it, guys. I, for myself, guys, when I tried to apply for a job before back in Manila, because that was my first real interview that I partake. There was a time, guys, that even though I was working part time to my tita's company, just to have an allowance, then back then in Manila, that was 2005. Uh, I was also applying. I was also applying for a job that's suitable to my experience and my enterprise. Because of that, I wasn't composed. It was my first time to have a proper interview back then, guys. The funny experience that I had, guys, is when I went to the interview, I was on time. I memorized what's on my resume and such. But sometimes we get those goosebumps, right? When we do the interview, the tendency is the barong that I was wearing to be formal when I applied for a job. If I could not forget that that was somewhere in Mandaluyong that I applied for the job. Would you think, guys, that because of those goosebumps that I had before, guys, which I learned moving forward, the barong that should not been insert, guys, I was able to insert it going into the interview. And when I went back to the office of my tita, the secretary of my tita back then were laughing at me. John, why did you insert the barong? It's not appropriate, right? That's already a formal attire when you go there. The secretary, my tita really told me, John, uh, we are scared of facing your tita because your tita is our boss, but you are able to talk with your tita on certain things, right? Straightforward. You walk with your tita. She is our boss in the company. John. What the secretary told me. John. JM. If you are confident when you're facing your tita and on talking to other people when you're presenting yourself with your resume, you get scared. Here's how you do it. Okay, I was like, how they do it? John, JM, think of the HR as your tita, as your close relatives, your parents, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Why? Uh, what's the connection to that if I would be applying for a job? The connection to that is like this. Uh, when we apply for the job and we are confident with the person that we are talking. Like if you're talking to your mom, right? You're talking to uh, our parents. You're talking to your titos. You're talking to your titas. You're talking to your close friend. You're talking to your girlfriend, your boyfriend, right? You don't get scared. You don't get goosebumps, right? You are able to present what's necessary to present, right? So that's how it is. If the third thing is think of the HR as as a person close to you. It's because when you think of that person, that person is a person close to you, I can assure you guys that you would be composed. You will be able to present yourself correctly to the HR. You are going to be able to answer those questions. And as we always say in the BPO industry, be on top of the call. Um, think of it that you are there in that the phone to answer the call because you know more on the product than the person on the other line. Let them feel that let them feel that um you are confident, you know what you're doing. Because what, when we transfer that kind of thing, we're in, we give that impression that we know what we are doing, guys. It will show to the HR guys that you are confident. They should hire you. They should negotiate with you with your price so that you can start with the company, right? So, uh, Going before I move forward with my discussion, guys. Just a quick recap with that those things, guys. The first things first, guys. When you are going into an interview, for you to ace up an interview, is memorize your resume. Memorize your resume because why? When you memorize your resume, the details that you put into your resume, and when the question goes like this, tell me about yourself, and then you run down to every details on your resume with the HR. I can assure you that the questions that will be answered, be thrown to you, will be simplified. Because why? What are the questions that the HR would need to throw to you? You answered their question ahead of time. You uh told them that uh like this, like, uh I'm JM. I am from this. Um, I graduated with this course. These are my experiences. I've been with this company. These are my job perspective that I was doing there. I started with the job this year. I ended with my current job this year. And then these are my experiences. And what would he ask, right? The normal question of an HR is like, okay, you were working with this company. Uh, you were working with this company. What are your roles there? How much was your compensation? What is the reason why you left the company? Right? By presenting detail to detail to the HR your resume because you memorize it, then the questions that will be thrown to you moving forward would be easy questions, easy and somewhat like it could be already it would be personal questions already that would be thrown to you, right? So it's somewhat like transfer the burden from you to the HR, right? The second point, guys, that I mentioned a while ago, guys, is you should be on time. When your scheduled interview is 9 o'clock, you should be there in 8:30. Not like your scheduled interview is 9 o'clock. You came to the office for the scheduled interview 9:30. What? What's the implication for that, JM? If you're early, guys, you can compose yourself. You can look at your co applicants. You can read back to your resume, right? And you can give a good impression to the HR because they can ask who's the first that I'll be interviewing. Um, what time did he cut? Right? They're gonna ask those questions to those other things, and then when it's him. So what's in there for the HR? It would be that you really want that job. You really want to be considered for that position that you're applying. You want it, you want it barely. You're asking them to give you by showing that you're asking them to give you the chance for that position. Uh, yeah, the third thing that I want you to also uh put in mind, guys, in order to ace up an interview, guys, is like this. When you get scared, you get goosebumps. Normally, we do have that if we are it's our first, it's our second time that we get to for an interview. I myself, right? I told you I did a good goosebumps on my first and second interview. How did I ace it? I look, I look at the HR as a person close to me. It might be a close friend. It might be it might be a family member, whatnot. It might be your girlfriend, your boyfriend, right? Because when you have that mindset, guys, you look at it, then you will ooze with confidence that you will be able to present your information correctly. Just don't go beyond that perspective. Like, let's say the HR is pretty, right? And you apply for the job. Instead of like applying for the job, you're courting the HR. That should not be the case. That's a no, guys. Because why? If that will be the case, then you are only saying to your resume that throw my resume to the garbage. Because you are there for that interview for the job. You are not there uh on that interviews for something else, right? You want to take that job dearly, right? And what are the characteristics that are needed when you are applying for the job that you want them to feel? The first thing, guys, is you want them to feel that you are open minded. You are whatever job, whatever position, whatever task that will be given to you moving forward, you're ready to accept it if if it's bringing you growth, right? Because let's face it, guys, growth is the most motivating factor that we are looking when we are applying for a job. We're in personal and spiritual, we grow because if if like within 5 years or so you are still within your position and you have not changed for the better, then there's no growth to that, right? It should be that along the way when you will be given the chance uh, for that um, for that position, you will see yourself 5 years from now growing personally and spiritually, guys. So the other characteristic that an HR or a company is looking is you are trainable. When you're given a responsibility, you will be listening to it, and you will wanna learn that kind of new task or that new skill that will be presented to you. Not like uh not like a close-minded person and not trainable person. Wherein this was his specification on his job, right? This is the things that he'd been doing before. Now he was presented with a different type of job description. He won't accept it because what? Why? Because it's hard. For he said to himself, it's hard, right? If you will give that thing to the HR guys, that impression to the HR, then definitely you won't get the job. Because why? The company would not hire a certain person because they want to have headaches. They hired a, a certain person for the position because they want some help on the vacancy within the company, right? The third characteristic that's needed that you have to show, guys, going to the one that I mentioned, you should be on time or you should be 30 minutes before the time. What's the connection of it, JM, to be on time? The connection, and you should not be always absent with your position. What what's the connection towards it? Damn. It's because why? Um, if you will be always absent, you will always be you will always be late to your job. That's already a behavior. And for the minutes, the hours, or the days that you've been late or you've been absent, guys, that's a loss for the company, right? The company that you are applying is looking for help for them to maximize their sales or their income, right? If you would always be late and absent, then that's not maximizing your the potential things that they can give you. Because why? This is giving us headache. This is giving us this is not trainable to always get a state and such. Why will we hire? This will add up to our headaches. Like for me, guys, even in the BPO's perspective, guys, when when you get accepted in the BPO, guys, you will go back to like studying, because you will be trained to the culture of the account that you will be into. You will be trained with the processes and the tools that's needed for the job. That's gonna be for a month or so, right? For if you are always late, you are always absent on the training itself, even though you don't have that good scores, how will the HR defend you that they should bring you to the production for? You're showing a behave already bad behaviors, right? You should never be you should never be late. You should never be absent, guys, if you're in training. Because why? Even though even though you don't have good scores on some written exams and such on training, and they see you that you are really looking for growth because you're always present, you're not late and such, the I can assure you, but guys, 9 out of 10 times, the trainer or the HR will really stand by you and say, "Let's give this person a chance to go to the production floor because he's eager. He really wants the job. He really wants to. Uh, he really desires that job. So he will give you. He will give. The HR will really defend you to the point where you will be given a chance. One example of that, guy, I would not be ashamed on that. There are times, guys, that when I tried to apply for the BPO, guys, BPO before, uh, there were times I was not, I was rejected, but I didn't stop from reapplying, guys. When I was given a chance, guys, I I showed each of my trainers that I am willing to learn. I'm here to for this job and such. Eventually, guys, there were times I didn't have that much big scores on the training, but the trainer really uh, defended me, and so that I could be given a chance to be in the floor, and I proved them when I was on the floor that, that they did the right decision, the right gave the right person the chance to show what he can do. And one example of that, guys, is I will not disclose the people where I used to on that experience. It's like it's like this. Uh, I did have a cousin who applied for the job that didn't last long for that certain position prior to me. When I was there on when I was there on training, guys, I was asked, "Oh, you have a cousin here, didn't last long in the company. Oh." What is your assurance that you won't be that person? I said, I'm different. Just give me a chance and I'll show you. I'll show you what I'm made of. And eventually, guys, uh, that is the current BPO that I am connected with, guys. And I can tell you guys that the time that we met with my initial trainer before, guys, we would talk and we would share laughs because uh, I proved to her that I will I will be here. I will be in the company for quite some long. I won't be there for 3 weeks. Won't be there for 1 month. And mind you guys, I'm already 6 years with the current BPO that I have by August. And uh, for the wave mate that I have, guys, some of them have already chose a different path. Yes, but I'm still there with the BPO that I am, and uh that's that's part of the video that I want to show you guys. Uh, earn earn everything that you uh, when you apply for the job, guys. Show them that you are what it's needed for the job, and then earn it. Earn it. Don't go through the job that you need a backer or somebody to push you up. Show them by sweating it out. Show them that your skills, so that they would give you the chance for that position. And I can assure you guys, I can assure you guys, you will be lasting in the BPO, BPO or anything that you will be applying for. For me, guys, I would tell you guys, ako mismo, I'm proud to be a BPO agent, guys. I've been in the BPO industry, guys, since I started the small business that I have. The ice candy business, I started it in 2010, uh, and now I'm still there. But a different company. No, a different company from the first BPO that I was with. And you would wonder, right? How did JM, how did you survive those things, JM? From the time, to tell you frankly, guys, the morning ice candy vendor that guys, is a person that never quits. Always have an optimistic mindset with everything, and is a person that always uh, aims for growth. This might be personal and this might be spiritual. And and the morning ice candy vendor also, guys, is a committed person and then doesn't run from any responsibility. when when I face a certain obligations or responsibility, guys, I give my 100% attention to that kind of thing, guys, for it to grow and for it to prosper, guys. And this is my live video for this Sunday dawn, guys. I hope you have takeaways from this. And before I end my live video, guys, let me shout out to our Habal Habal counterparts who are currently situated in different parts of the city. This might also be to Habal Habals from different regions, right? They are situated. They are waiting for their uh, uh, their passengers just to bring them to their destinations. I accept my um openly salute to you guys for those people that are employing their passengers to the right destination and asking for the right fees, not too high, not too low, because I'm it's sad to say, guys, that for the transport industry, guys, this is my take. This might be subjective for others, right? The reason why a certain transport means of transport has a decline on passengers, guys, it's because like what happened to a certain blogger, Travis Baines, right? Travis Baines, if I'm not mistaken, he was in Pier Uno, and because he is a foreigner, right? He wants to go to a different. Uh, it's okay to negotiate, right? It's okay to negotiate with the price, but the thing there is the price that was given to uh to that blogger guys was so sky high, which is for pair on no to Ayala, which is not that kind of far. And then, as I read through that video, guys, uh, it should not be 300. It should not be 400 for the travel. But looking at the video, guys, it's painful uh when I look at the video that uh, there are some not all though, that give overpriced fares to a certain person, uh, because it's not like because they are foreigners, right? They are foreigners, we would not treat them fair, guys. Because why? My take on that is like, what if you would go to their place, so now you become the foreigner, right? Would you like to have that kind of experience that you did to that person? I guess not, right? I guess not, right? You're not saying you don't want that to happen, right? For those habal that I saw in the video, guys, let's give a good a good price metric uh to those people that we will be that would be riding through us, because we don't want our country our co Pinoys that when they go to different places they will be treated that way. Like, also shout out also to my co vendors along the streets. And my simple take on that is like, we remember the video that became viral, right? Because of the water that was sold, that was priced at 100. That's only 15 to 20 pesos the max for that small water that was presented to a foreigner. It's sad. It's sad because that video also was a sad thing for me, because why? Because yes, that person was a foreigner, and because he was a foreigner, and a local vendor was tried to overprice the waters to the vendor, to the customer. My take on that is like, do we want that? Do we want to have that experience that we gave to that foreigner if we go to their place? If we go to other places, we don't want that, right? We would shout, "Oh, that's unfair!" Like this. So if we don't want that to happen, guys, we don't. Like, we should not do that. That's why. That's why. For the transport or anything, guys, the reason for the decline of sales, the reason for the decline of passengers, guys, it's because some of our fellow vendors or motorized taxis do something that they are only looking into their mouth, needs to be filled out, they wouldn't be able to earn it. I understand. I understand that. Hi Jake. How are you doing? Thanks for the thumbs up on the video. How are you doing? Right. By the way, Jake Turijas used to be one of my office mate before in Alorica. No, no. Uh, what was that? Where was I? Right. We don't want that to. We won't. We don't. There are some taxi drivers or any whatnot, any in the transportation. They are thinking that their mouth needs to be filled out only. They don't look into. They don't look into what's gonna happen to the other drivers, other vendors, because of what they're doing. They're just, I understand their side wherein they wanted to fill their mouths. But my point there is like, let's look. Yes, but once we destroy the trust that we want to earn from a certain person, it's hard. It's hard to get that back. So uh, my point there is like, let's just let's just do our part. So that let's also think that for everything that we do have some other people that's also depending on the same thing that we are doing. Let's just be fair. And but that guys, and my salute to the habal habal drivers, the jeepney drivers, the minibus drivers, the taxi drivers who are playing just to send their passengers to their destination wherever they go. My salute to you guys for those people who are doing it right. For those who are not doing it right, let's change our system. Let's change it for the better, guys. And uh, my shout out to our uh, health professionals, particularly the doctors, uh, the OTs, the PTs, the Rantex, the Medtex, right? Who are working on a night shift. Accept my heartfelt salute to you guys. I know how hard your job is working at graveyard shift. Uh, but we just have to have right patience because we have to do what's necessary to attain to our patients' need to extend their lives and so that we could be able to provide for our family, guys. My salute also to our fellow nurses who are working dawn, uh, doing everything in order to provide uh, food into the table for our family, guys. Except my salute to you guys, because my actually guys, my current LDR guys is also a nurse, and I am really um, grateful she came into my life, and I'm very, to be honest, guys, I'm really proud of her. I'm really proud of her of what they did. That's why and he she is the one of the reason why I'm scaling it up for everything, because you know, right, what happened to me right before a couple of years ago. And then uh shout out also to our security personnel wherever you are currently situated right now in the building and such, and that you're working at dawn. My shout out to you guys. My salute to you guys. It's not hard. It's not easy, right? When you have a big location that you need to fill out to guard just to make sure that everything is safe, right? My shout out also to our PNP personnels, AFP personnels, the Scout Rangers, the Coast Guards, the Peer Police, and other armed forces personnels. I know that it's as I mentioned, it's not easy working at dawn, guys. Just to make sure that every houses that we guard would make would be safety. Sometimes because even though uh we wanna rest in our house, but duty calls, we are still there, right? To follow our oath. And lastly, my shout out. Hi, Andrew Baronta Baran. Hope you're doing fine. Thank you for the like. My shout out also to those OFWs who are currently working in different parts of the world, different countries, different provinces, and also um, to the production staff that are currently working at a graveyard ship. My salute to you guys. It's not easy working in those fields, guys. Like particularly the OFW. It's not easy leaving our family behind just for us to provide for our family, do the necessary things. And I hope that for the kids of the OFW kababayans that we have, guys, uh, cherish cherish every time we're in when your parents would come home. Let them feel that you value their effort because they are doing what's necessary so that they will be able to provide for you guys. Shout out also to the production personnels because without those guys, we won't have finished products. They are the one that create the finished um they are the one that pushes so that we would have a finished product, guys, that we could the stores could sell, right? And then shout out also for those people who are currently preparing right now, who are going to be working in the morning, guys. uh Preparing their food for their kids before they go, right? Preparing every necessary things. Except my salute to you guys. And is there something that I miss, guys, that I need to shout out? Uh, and by the way, guys, I hope you have takeaways from that video that I created, and especially for those people that who would wanna apply for a job. Uh, I hope I have imparted some important things that you could bring when you apply on a Monday on your journey for looking for a job. And that's my live video for the Sunday, guys. By the way, guys, you can follow me to my TikTok account. It's gonna be the Moaning Ice Scan Defender. For now, it's my little kid that's creating videos on my TikTok account. But sooner or later, I'll have my videos there, my inspirational videos also there. And you can also follow me to my page here on the Moaning Ice Scan Defender, guys. Rest assured, guys, that I'll do everything wherein I could create the content every Sunday and Monday, guys, for you guys to, to have takeaways on those things. Uh, and by the way, guys, for the updated ice candy that I would be bringing along and all the other services that the business, the small business that I started would have, guys, you can go to JM Bookkeeping Services and Assorted Products. You'll you just have to message us, then we will cater for those things with you. And By the way, guys, I do have also three YouTube channels. That's gonna be John Michael Moro, JM Teachback, and The Moaning Ice Candy Vendor. I hope you could click the subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also here in this page for you not to be left behind by any upcoming videos that I'll be posting, guys. And once again, for those who are new to this page, this is JM, the Moaning Ice Candy Vendor, an entrepreneurial call center agent, a blogger, a motivational speaker, and I beginner in being an influencer in social media. Bye bye for now. See you later on a Monday, guys.